restaurant. He did not seem to notice me, however. Gavin, I believe was his name. He's on about Christoph. You know him? After a fashion. Listen, Phoenix Wright. One can learn much from a true competition. Pardon me, remember this. There's that. Maybe. Actually, no, it isn't. We've got one more. There's the locks that we need to get rid of. The Grammary Power. I was close to understanding it, but I needed more. And I knew where to get it. Trucy's mother. I'd need to meet that reporter again, that was clear. And one other thing. From the moment my final competition with Zack began that night, a name was running through my head. The name of a man now in prison. A name Zack Rameri knew, but how and why? Christoph. God, my throat, it really hurts. It's fine. There it is. Holy Christ. Are you shitting me? Is this his cell? Is this Christoph Gavin's fucking cell? He is living the life of luxury. It actually is. You evil bastard. Well, well, isn't this an unexpected surprise? What errand brings you down to my cramped confines? Gavin? Is this your idea of revenge, Phoenix Wright? Revenge for the events that took away your attorney's badge 7 years ago. My past is like my logic, straight and true. Nothing's changed. All I did was point the finger of justice in the proper direction. Fine. I'm glad we could have this little tete-a-tete, right? You look well, Phoenix Wright. And you. You too, Gavin. Alright, we can actually talk to him. Why would I want to be this close to him? He could probably kill me. Gavin's murder. Why did you do it? Life has been full of surprises, for both of us. I've no doubt you never expected to lose that attorney's badge of yours. And I'll bet you never expected to wind up here. Shardy Smith was the name of the man you killed. Did you know who he really was? Who he was? Zack Rameri. You know, the defendant. I remember him, of course. God, he looks incredibly sinister. But you say Smith was Zack? Impossible. Don't even try to tell me it was a coincidence. What did I just say? Life is full of surprises, don't you think? After that trial, you were arrested and found guilty. But your motive was never made clear. A mistake I plan to remedy. You're not an attorney anymore, Phoenix Wright. What possible conclusion do you think this investigation of yours could lead to? I killed a man named Smith with a bottle because I am an evil human being. Isn't that enough? Not for me, it isn't. I need to know why you did it, Gavin. 7-year-old case. You recall that case 7 years ago? Ah yes, the trial where Zack Rameri pulled his famous vanishing act. My brother won his fair share of praise and adoration for that trial, as I recall. Genius prosecutor reveals crooked attorney, was it? That was when I met you, wasn't it? Was it now? The Bar Association Review Board voted unanimously for the strictest punishment. Unanimous, save for one dissenting opinion. Yours. It was my brother who was responsible for putting you in that position, after all. For 7 years we've been friends. And yet, I still don't understand you. But right, your friendship towards me was never pure. You suspected me then, as you still do now, don't you? Honestly, right now, I'm not sure what I think. Reason for murder. You didn't just brain a guy with a wine bottle for no reason. Yeah, I know it says juice, but it's clearly wine. Tell me why you did it. Persistent, aren't you? I came here because I remembered something. The night of our game. Zack Rameri mentioned your name, Gavin. God, it's showing me this flashback that I've just seen. That reminds me. I saw a familiar face as I entered this restaurant. He did not seem to notice me, however. Gavin, I believe was his name. After that, he was killed, and I asked you to help me. Because I remembered your kindness back when everyone had turned on me. I seem to be in a bit of trouble. Something like that. Dead. Someone hit him. Hard. Me? Please. The cops should be here any minute. I'm in your hands. Should it come to that. I have to know. Why did you kill Shadi Smith? No, Zach Rameri. Holy fuck. Oh, they're black. Whoa. I've never seen sight locks like these. These are black ones. What the fuck? This puts Matt... God, what the fuck was his name? The final case of justice for all. This puts him to shame. These ones look really cool, though. They're black. Dark, cold, full of despair. Can I even unlock these things? Yeah, with the right evidence, I assume you can. Something wrong, right? No, it's nothing. You shouldn't push yourself so hard. Life is to be taken easy, you know? Oh. He's doing his nails. Okay. I like how that's actually, it shows out a little black one. A little black lock. You're thinking, what self-respecting man would use nail polish? Not really. I know appearances are a big thing with you. You know what I say? One cannot live in a live a beautiful life without beautiful nails. First-rate in all things, except nothing less. That certainly does look like first-rate nail polish. I like the sparkly bottle. It's crystal. If you're so drawn to it, please, have one. It's on me. Alright, cool. That got added. Also, this is interesting, the yellow envelope. Because I remember... What's his face? Shit, what was his name? Spark Brushler. That's not his name. The reporter guy, God. That looked like he had a bean head. Or egghead. He mentioned a yellow envelope. The envelope's been bothering me since I came in here. It's not nice to peek at other people's mail. You get mail here in jail? That I do, though they read it first apparently. Still, I am allowed the pleasure of correspondence. Packages and the like are a different matter, however. Looks like sneaking a peek is out of the question. Well, shit. I guess that's all I can do. Right. Bye-bye. I'll be back, bitch. This is still one of the coolest investigations. Oh, I stand by that. Abso-bloody-lutely. It's so cool. Oh shit, I went to the... Fuck! I forgot I have to click it. I don't click it and then click go on this. There. Jeez, I'm dumb. True Studio. I figured you'd come here sooner or later. Whoa! I decided on sooner. Drew mission, was it? I haven't done anything illegal, and I didn't come here to whine about past events. I wanted to ask you some questions. I suppose you have that right. That day, the entire court descended into chaos. Only you stood still, your eyes calmly watching. What else could I do? I admit, it made quite an impression on me. I'm used to finding myself in outrageous situations. Phoenix Wright, was it? I'll answer what I can. I'm not sure, but it feels like I'm being watched. Intensely. I am! Aw, she's adorable. Now, this is my daughter. Vera, say hello. Does she do the little... Oh, I thought she was going to write a picture again. She's gone. Shall we begin then? Time to talk. Mr. Mission. Judging from this place, you're a painter? Not sadly. Oh, not sadly, a profitable one. I've never sold a painting. It's a source of considerable embarrassment. I would be able to get by were it only me. Your daughter? Her mother grew weary of me and left. I don't want her to grow up needy, Mr. Wright. That is why I began my other occupation. Forgeries. The forgeries! Don't look at me with those eyes. I know what it is that I do. More than half of the paintings they bring me are stolen. And who knows what my copies are used for. Probably not good things. If one had to guess. But some of your works aren't paintings, correct? You may not believe me when I tell you this, but that was my first work outside painting. What? To think it would be used as evidence in a murder trial. I never even imagined the possibility. Then why did you take the job? I was well paid. Very well paid. I think he feels worse about it than I do. Pardon me. The past is hard to escape. At least I'd accept. Hiccups. Honestly, the sooner I can put this behind me, the better. With apologies to you, of course. Sorry, but it's not going to be quite so easy. He's trying to forget what he made. Looks like I'll have to remind him. Right, so where is it? Notebook page. Remember this? Your work. Don't try to pretend you've forgotten. Sure, all you did was make a copy. But that copy might have destroyed the life of an innocent man. I'm responsible too, which is why I have to know. And you have to tell me. I knew it would be difficult to escape this. Then let's talk. Yay! Magnify's diary. Well then, ready to tell me about this work you did? It was unlike anything I had attempted before. I guess it would be a little different from paintings. That is not what I mean. In all my previous work, it sufficed to create a copy. This wasn't a copy. The client gave me two things that day. The first was a sample page, as reference. The second, a printed document I can only surmise was written by my client. So you used the real writing as a reference to reproduce what the client wrote. Yes, as I said, it was my first job of that nature. So, who was your client? As I said in court, I do not know. Really? Even for such a suspicious request? If it was me, I'd want to know as much as I could about the requester. I never met them, not personally. Fuck. Okay, at least it's only two. Whew. Cyclock, of course. It seems like you're still hiding something. Something about this work. Let's do it. I do like how it looks. It's real nice. You're hiding something. Let's hear it then. What are you hiding from me, Mr. Mission? I'm sorry, but I really don't know. I never met the client. True, when I asked the client's name, there were no Cyclocks in sight. Regardless, you're hiding something. You have to be, otherwise it wouldn't make any sense. Why are you doing this to me? Well, I've made my stand. No backing down now. So, what's Mission hiding? The forger. I can pretty much piece together what it is from what you've said. What is it then? You told me what you knew about the client, and I couldn't see any psycholocks. Psycholocks? Is that some sort of asylum security? Or a new hairstyle, perhaps? But then they did show up, didn't they? Who was your client? As I said in court, I do not know. Really? Even for such a suspicious request? If it was me, I'd want to know as much as I could about the requester. Yeah, I never met them. Not personally, Not personally. Those words triggered the Cyclock. Again with their psycholocks, now I really must know what they are. So you didn't meet with the client, but someone else did. Maybe the real forger behind this evidence. Perhaps I'm hung up on this lock business. I'm afraid you've lost me. Yeah, well, I didn't come here to talk about psycholocks, and I called them psycholocks. As long as I come to the right conclusion, it doesn't matter how I got there. And your conclusion is, the real forger behind this wasn't you, Mr. Mission. Poppycock. Yeah, poppycock. I don't know what you're talking about. That's my work, I tell you. Made here in my studio. Who else could it have been but me? That's the real question, isn't it? If the forger wasn't you, then I don't have many other people to choose from. The real forger at Drew's studio is... But of course, Vera Misham. So she's 19. The real forger is your daughter, Vera Misham, isn't it? Ridiculous. My daughter's only 12 years old, Mr. Wright. I've always been more One for landscapes, not surrealism. Nice comeback. Well, you're shaking in your boots. Now I've got you now. The only two people with access to this studio are you and your daughter. The psych locks tell me you're not the forger, which makes your daughter the only possibility. I feel very much on the verge of going psycho-lock myself. Yay! Ding ding! I don't know how you knew, but you're right. The one who made this page was my daughter, Vera, not I. She's only 12, a genius you might call her. A precocious little girl outshining her father. There's been a lot of that going around recently. I let her play in the studio and she watched me. She taught herself in that way. The drafting tools and analytical devices I bought when they became necessary. They're my little girl's playthings, now. Do I detect a bit of fatherly pride? So, Vera was the one who made this page. Would she know who the client was then? Actually, the client came once. Here, to this studio. What? Why didn't you say so sooner? But their face was covered, and they did not want to talk to me. So, they talked to your daughter? I will speak only with the artist, the client told me. That little girl might know something about him. Your daughter. Okay, what do I do now? Maybe I should talk to her father a bit more. Or is it time to turn my attention to Vera? No, save it for later. Suppose there's no sense in rushing things. Let's see if there's any more to get out of Daddy first. No, it's more the fact I need to examine. First and foremost, we need this. Maybe I'll just sidle on over here for a closer look. Right, for one, we have this. A commemorative photo? That's an awfully small frame. What's that inside it? A stamp? Ah, please don't touch that. I'll get in trouble. That stamp belongs to Vera, you see? She always puts it somewhere she can see it. There it is, Troop Grammary. That's Zack and Valant, the Grammaries, isn't it? The post office issued that commemorative stamp last year, when the Grammaries were at the height of their popularity. Not anymore. Now that one of them has vanished off the face of the earth. Vera went to see one of their shows when she was quite small. She's been a dedicated fan ever since. She watched them every time they came on TV until the end. And I see. That stamp's quite hard to come by, I hear. I still wonder how she got her hands on it. Nice. There's a pretty bottle. Ah, don't touch that, please. I'll get in trouble. It belongs to Vera, you see. She always puts it somewhere she can see it. She looks at it often. There's a light pink fluid inside. Nail polish, I'm guessing? No, we don't actually piece that together. Then again, this is, 7 years in the past, so that's probably why. Right, so now I can say, your daughter. Talk to Vera. Mr. Misham, I have a request. Let me guess, you'd like to speak with my daughter. Can I? My daughter has never been one to talk to strangers. She's quite shy, extremely so actually, with only one exception, which was, oddly enough, it was that client. I left the studio while they talked. I returned when they had finished, and she was laughing. It's the first time I'd seen anything of the sort. Please, let me speak with her. Alright. Uh-oh. This could be tough. Actually, wait. Before I do that, I should probably present the stamp, because she likes that. Maybe she'll open up if we have a common interest. And then there's this. My stamp. Hey, she spoke. She can talk. Yeah, so this stamp. How can I keep her talking? Great magicians, aren't they? Isn't Troop Grammary amazing? Yes. Oh. I especially like those two, Zack and Valant. I mean, they're, just so magical. Aren't they? Aren't they? Yeah, whenever I go to one of their shows, I'm like, whoa, magic, you know? Aw, she's so cute. Me too, I love them. They're so cool. It's like magic, yeah. Alright, she's talking. Not saying much, but it's a start. I went and saw them with Father the other day. The opening ceremony at the Grammary Museum of Magic. The Grammary Museum? They have one of those? I guess it makes sense now that they have their own commemorative stamp. So, have you been to one of their shows? Just once, when I was little, with Father. The Grammary's on stage. It was like a dream. Disappearing, reappearing, cutting apart, putting back together, they do it all. Yeah. Maybe you can keep telling me stuff like this. You know, about Zack and Valant maybe? Oh, sure. Alright, better get asking before she changes her mind. Yeah, this is so evil. Just buttering her up so she can actually, like, talk about stuff. Alright, Vera. Tell me about yourself. Sorry that I have so many brief pauses too. I'm using the opportunity to have a drink, so I don't die. You know, my voice hurts. I've spoken too much over these last 24 hours. I don't go outside much. I like to paint in here. Why don't you like the outside? There's bad people out there. Well, that's true, but there are a lot of good people too. Actually, I should tell you. She was almost kidnapped. Once. Kidnapped? Since then she's been... well, you can see for yourself. She refuses to leave the house. I see. Wait, but that doesn't make sense. She said she went to the Grammary Museum. With you, in fact. Ah, yes. Actually, she was quite insistent on it. Much to my surprise. That was the first and last time she expressed such a desire to me. That person gave me a good luck charm. A good luck charm? For when I absolutely had to go outside. Yes, apparently, she received something... a gift. From that client, actually. She won't tell me what it is. Or what it was. Father, I told you to keep that a secret. From that client, huh? This I have to hear about. So, the forgeries. So your father tells me you're good at painting all sorts of things. I really like painting, a lot. Father is always very happy when I paint them exactly the same. So, you did this too? Oh yes, that was my first job. Your first? All I used to do was paint the same thing I saw. But this was totally different. The pen slips, and the way the writer held the pen, and the pressure on the nib. I had to use a microscope and analyze it on the computer. She seems happy. Odd, her work was the last nail in the Grammary coffin. I guess no one told her. Trip Grammary stamp. They're the best in the world. Huh? Oh, you mean Trip Grammary? Of course. She really likes them. Father gave it to me. Your father? But I asked him about it. He didn't know how you got it. Oh. I guess I just took it. Yeah. Took it. Father got a letter. From that person. That person? You mean that letter was from the client? Oh, we talked about the Grammaries forever that day. I'm sure that's why I was sent that stamp. I didn't want to just send it back, so I took it. They're a sneaky one, this client. So, they were trying to get on her good side. Interesting. The client. It's time. Oh my god. So you met the person that asked you to do this job? And you talked with them? What's this about a good luck charm you received? I can't talk about it. Eh? If I do, it won't work anymore. That's what I was told. Yeah, but I really, really have to know. Oh, fuck. 2 again? God, this is so common. Stop with the 2 already. Gee. Time to do some psych unlocking. I really do like the 3D rendition though, it looks real nice. Real nice. The client. You seem to trust this client quite a lot, in fact. Because they gave you this stamp. No, that's not why. They listened to me. To my problem. The problem? That keeps her inside all the time. Don't go outside if you don't want to. That's what they told me. But when I absolutely have to go out, all I had to do was use a good luck charm. A good luck charm? that your client gave you. I think I know what your client might have given you, actually. Is this your good luck charm? Oh, I already have it. I'm an idiot. This was what they gave you, wasn't it? The same bottles over there on your desk. Your good luck charm, right? I heard once, cosmetics were once thought to ward off evil. This is a magic bottle. It has the power. Ah, of course it does. I'll just refrain from commenting any more on that one. I think I know who gave you that bottle, actually. The one who asked you to do this job was this client. Oh my god. Christoph is the mastermind behind fucking everything. This man is a friend of mine. Know him? His name is Christoph Gavin. He's a lawyer, actually. I promised. I promised not to tell. Don't worry, you didn't need to. It's too obvious. The client. I'm sorry, I can't talk about the client, I promised. And if I break my promise, the spell won't work. I don't need a name anymore, I've got my answer. You're pretty confident in this charm, then? I think they might be the devil. Huh? Or maybe an angel. What do you mean? I saw it, or I think I saw it, when they gave me this. I saw the devil's face. Are you saying the client's face looked like the devil's? No, the client was gentle, with a gentle smile. So, where'd you see this devil then? It was so quick, I don't remember well. Well, that's when I knew. That person wasn't like other people. That's why I believe in my good luck charm. I'm not sure what this devil she saw was, but it's pretty clear that Christoph Gavin has her charmed. Well, I think that's all. I'll be leaving now. I'm sorry for what happened. If you want to apologize, try my client, Zach Romeri. Did I do something bad? What makes you think that? Your eyes. They're sad. Very sad. I'll put on my smile next time I come. Promise. I hope to see you smile then too, Vera. Oh. Okay. Oh, take care. There we go. Thinking back on my first encounter with the young forger, I witnessed something of vital importance that day. Of course, by the time I realized it, it was already too late. Right, so now I can go to the fucking detention center. Whew. We're getting there. Oh, pardon me. Alright, the fateful trial. I have to hand it to my partner. He knows how to make an exit. That's talent. Yes, he made my attorney's badge disappear, and he never even touched it. Glory's spotlight always leaves someone weeping in the shadows. Yet his very disappearance is itself a revelation. Revealing what? Zach Romeri killed Magnify. It's as good as a signed confession. That's certainly been public opinion's take on it. I grow tired of my cage, and the time of my release is near. I must go and prepare. Planning on jumping back into the magic right away? As long as an audience waits with bated breath, there will be Valant, and also... Yes? Now that my partner has disappeared, Magnify's repertoire is mine. Valant Romeri has a tradition to uphold. Is that true? Seen in this light, the trial was quite good to me, verdict or no. And you can't pay that for that kind of publicity. Blackmail. The suspicion on you hasn't lifted entirely, Valant. After all, you received one of those letters too. You were just as obligated to follow Magnify's instructions as your partner. Yes, yes. So I was, but only Zach Romeri followed them. Let us not speak any more of who shot what. Now that my partner has vanished, the question is moot. I'm more interested in learning something else, actually. What might that be? I want to know what Magnify had up his sleeve. What could he coerce you and your partner to kill him? Or how could he coerce you? The trick up his sleeve? Perhaps you do not know. Know what? A great magician never reveals his secrets. There it is. Oh god, pardon me. So I didn't think it would be that easy.